All right, so up until recently, there were no rules on how post-secondary institutions in Quebec were using AI.
Schools at all levels have struggled to understand how to capture the value of artificial intelligence in education. And they've been trying different things, rolling up their sleeves, throwing a lot of things at the wall. Some things stick, some don't.
Some people will embrace it quite quickly, the early adopters, as we say. Others have kind of lagged behind because they weren't quite sure what to do with it.
But now, the provincial government has come up with a set of guidelines. Now, they're right here, and this is basically like a framework that's meant to support CEGEPs and universities. It shows the best practices on how they can use AI responsibly and gives examples that'll help them shape their own policies.
They cover everything from how a student might use AI to how a researcher might use AI, say to study pharmaceuticals or design new drugs, to how a university might use AI to engage in admissions decisions.
So the documents talk about using AI for tutoring, using it to help students who are falling behind catch up. It discusses how you can be more transparent if you do use AI. But these guidelines are just that. They're guidelines, so they're not actually mandatory. And with them coming out right before the back-to-school season is about to start, well, some people are wondering if it's too late.
I think this is a really good place to start. Unfortunately, it comes almost 3 years after students started using this tool in an academic setting. By definition, we are always going to be chasing technology. Governments will never be on time.
This is going to let everyone in the network of CEGEPs kind of be at an see AI and use AI in a more responsible and ethical way. Because whether we like it or not, students who are more at ease with technology are using it.
Okay, so better late than never when it comes to using AI in educational settings, but some experts are still wondering.
Well, should it actually be there?
There's questions around whether using AI to speed things up, to make it more efficient, to actually help with teaching is beneficial. Consider this.
You could use AI to help create materials for students to make them more personalized or to help work towards their learning styles. And there's a real question of whether or not AI can actually do that well.
In South Korea, for example, AI-powered textbooks were just recently stripped of their legal status as official teaching documents. Basically, these AI books were supposed to be personalized to students using algorithms and help them succeed, but this was met with backlash from educators and parents who were saying that these materials weren't actually thorough enough.
And so generative AI might not actually be good at doing some of the things that the books or the documentation here kind of recommends.
So, where do we go from here?
As long as these guides and these frameworks are updated regularly, the conversation has to go on because what we see today in AI almost has nothing to do with what we saw 2 years ago. And 2 years from now, the conversation is going to be quite different from what we're seeing today.